live Living Color here from TD Bank Ballpark here in Somerset. You're probably wondering, what exactly do you do? I am in radio, obviously, with Fox Sports New Jersey. And, of course, one of the main things I would do, stuff like this, folks, covering the Somerset Patriots. And, of course, they're taking on the AA Mets today. Of course, they beat them Toronto ponies. They got a lot to talk about, a lot to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be a part of this team and a part of this organization. It's the only one I really know and experience, and there's so many good people, regardless if it's our coaches or our teammates or just support staff, anyone like that. So I don't know necessarily if it was a stressful week just because it's so far out of my control and all the other guys in the clubhouse. So we were just enjoying the time together and just trying to go out there and compete every day. That's kind of the weird thing about it. There's so much stuff going on off the field, but you're playing every single night. So that's honestly probably the best part about it, is that we always had a game every night and could focus on stuff that we could control.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, comments about some of the guys that you play with that maybe have gotten traded, like Luis and Waldichuk?
Yeah, it's, I guess, super bittersweet and mixed emotions when I do talk to them. And obviously for all of us, selfishly, they're some of the best guys I've ever gotten to meet, some really close friends that I feel like I'll have for the rest of my life. And I want to see them all the time. I want to see them at spring training, even if we're not playing together, or see them in Tampa, stuff like that. So I obviously am super happy for them professionally and baseball-wise, and yeah, I'm super pumped for them.
Alex, you've been hitting around 310, I think, since June. Just what do you think's good for you to play the past 2 months?
Yeah, it's just been the same stuff. I just try and stick to my routine and stick to it, and I just feel like if I did that and if I controlled my at-bats, throwing good pitches and got good pitches to hit and just keep working, not really changing too much, that I thought the results would come. And still a lot more work to be done, but just going to stick to that.
What is it like getting, I know it's, AA, so it's not, the full bore experience of the Subway Series, but you have this Subway Series here at this level, going up against the Mets AA team, and, you see bigger crowds, you have both fans kind of going at it. And what has that been like for you guys so far in the last couple of days?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty cool. It's especially cool just because I think I've played against a lot of guys on this team for the last couple of years. So we kind of got to experience playing in like the Appalachian League, where there's like nobody there. Low A, wasn't much people there, and then last year in Brooklyn, and then here, it's obviously been a really, really cool atmosphere.
Awesome.
Yeah, and just in terms of
Okay, just to piggyback off of the point about catching, I know a couple weeks ago when we last spoke to you, you talked about getting in rhythm with your pitchers. How do you feel now you've been here for a couple of weeks, how do you feel your rhythm with the pitchers has been so far, from guys who are starting to guys who are in the bullpen?
I think we've had a great rapport, just going back and forth, guys coming in, guys coming out. So having that relationship with them has been really great. The adjustments that we've made with each other have been solid. So I think both sides have been happy with where it's gone in the last couple of weeks, and we're just trying to continue to solidify that relationship, pitcher to catcher, and just go out there with the best plan that we can every day.
days we've been on fire, riding a 15-game hitting streak. Just what's clicked for you since those first couple of days here? Just getting used to the level. And
I just think I got my rhythm back after missing time. I mean, it's a little different going from rehab games to actual games, so I think it just took me a few games to really just find my footing here, and just haven't really looked back yet.
How do you feel your development so far overall this year has been going? Hitting over 300 on the year, also played third base. And a fun question for you is, a few weeks ago you guys had a chance to play with Max Scherzer for a couple of days. What was that like playing with him?
Yeah, just my season in general. Like I said to him, it was. It's honestly been so fun. I got a great group of guys in the clubhouse and everything like that, and our coaching staff has been great for us all year. So I've really liked how the season has turned out so far, but we still got 2 more months to go. So we're just going to take it day by day. And then playing with Max Scherzer, we actually got to play with him twice. I got to play behind him at third base both times, and it was it was a true joy. Like, just to see how passionate he is about the game of baseball really made us on defense want to help him out so much more. And his just tenaciousness, really just going after hitters and stuff like that. And it really just made the game seem a lot more important when he was out there. And it showed out there on the field too. We played a lot harder behind him. So, oh, for sure. I mean, we're leading the NL East right now in the major leagues, so just to see that veteran group up there and know what kind of core unit they have up there, and then to see the young talent we have in the minor leagues, you said it best. It's a great time to be a Met, and we're all looking forward to the next couple of years and the years to come too. So we're just going to go out there and try to win ball games no matter what club we're with.
Just some of your thoughts about Mauricio and Beatty. They both been hitting very well. Of course, Mauricio the other day hit a monster shot over the scoreboard the other night. Just thoughts about them and their progress so far?
Yeah, they're both progressing in the right direction. Definitely, Brett's been on a tear over the last couple months. Just having really good at bats. Not chasing outside the zone. Ronnie over the last week or so has done the same thing. Is really trending in the right direction. The swing decisions is something that we are encouraging him to continue to work on. And you guys see the power, with both of them. They both can hit the ball over 110 and hit the ball a long way. So, the more opportunities they have to get better pitches to hit, more opportunities we'll see flashes of that power.
Francisco had a great start and then, hit a lull and really his first slump probably of his entire career. We had, a lot of, grown conversations with him about it and what, teams are not going to just throw you balls down the middle. Like, when you hit balls that far and that hard, you're going to have to work to get better pitches to hit. And, he was chasing hits for a while, and we talked to him about, shrinking the strike zone and getting better pitches to hit. And once he committed to it and started laying off that slider down and away and gave up on it and took it as a ball every time, his walk rate went up, his strikeout rate went down, his hard hit rate went up. So everything like we were preaching to him, he put it together, and then he went 2 months straight of just tearing up the league, and not only offensively, defensively, he's working really hard. He wants to be a very good catcher, and Bob Nato, our catching coordinator, is working really well with him, getting him in a good spot, catching, throwing, receiving, calling games. There's so much in that position that goes into it. The preparation daily, earning the trust from your pitching staff, and he really takes a lot of pride in his work. So as far as when he's going to make it to the big leagues, that's not my call. For me, hopefully this year, but if not this year, an opportunity for him to earn a spot next year. With McCann and Nito up there, both of those guys are solid, very solid players, major league players. So, I know Albie would really like to get called up this year, but the opportunity arises, I'm sure, never say never. I saw Billy's quote today, so I'm just going to re-quote his quote, never say never.
This being your first year as the manager with this ball club, what are your thoughts about the first year so far for you? Has it been challenging? Has it been more challenging considering how many top prospects you have coming through your team this year? That's about it.
It's been great. I love coming to the yard every day. I love working with these guys. I've been very lucky. The Mets, they draft high character, high quality guys. Everyone shows up. They're very professional. Like every team, we have some bumps and bruises along the way, but when the lights turn on and the first pitch is thrown, our guys go out and they compete every night, and we live with the results, but I know that they're going to give me everything that they got every single day, and that's all I can ask of them.
And folks, that was our special interviews at TD Bank Ballpark with the Somerset Patriots. Again, I want to thank the Patriots. As again, I work for Fox Sports New Jersey. I work as the news and sports director at Fox Sports New Jersey Radio. Also a production associate as well. And whenever we can, every week, whenever they're home, Patriots are home, I head down there, talk to players, and get some interviews. Now, the full interviews and the full, scale interviews, I have them on the Fox Sports New Jersey YouTube page. You can look at them there. I have the link in the description box. But again, it was a great event, and you get a little bit of a taste there about what went down yesterday on Thursday, with the Patriots and the Roma Ponies, or the Double-A version of the Mets and the Yankees, for that matter. So that press conference also has a little bit of a talking point to our discussion that I'm going to have in another video on the trade deadline. It did play a role because it did come up during those questions that those guys answered, and I'm going to talk about that trade deadline in another video. Stay tuned right here to the Sports Talk Nation. We'll talk to you next time.